So I finally got round to working on this Hayter 48, the old one. I won't take the cover off the moment because you can see I'm trying to do some of the body work on it or deck work on it. What I've done on that, to be honest, on the camera it don't look bad at all, and actually naked eye it doesn't look too bad either. But I've because these are notorious, these old Hayters, for there's an example there, for the paint to peel off, like paint flake, and it, because they're aluminium, it like oxidizes underneath. So what I did with that was I just got an angle grinder with a flat disc on it, and the flat disc was a bit worn as well. So I took the paint off with that, and I've left, you might be able to just see some slight little marks. I've got an idea to get them out anyway, and I've just roughly gone to there, but I did have to go to there because it was lifted a little bit there slightly, and I noticed I didn't do that bit, so I've still got to just grind that bit out. I should put a little bit of fine filler in there and in there. Over that bit I won't. I've got an idea of that, to take some of them out. At the end of the day, it's only a lawnmower, so it hasn't got to look perfect. But these old Hayters weren't too bad, you know, because I've got the side drive now. I didn't have a gearbox or anything, but they did always suffer with this horrible paint flake. I've got that for it, some Hayter dark green. So I'll just go over with that. The top isn't too bad, so I'm tempted to, well, I am going to leave the top. In there, I probably won't go over the top too much. I'll probably just scrape it off best I can. I might just even paint that with some black paint in there or something. It isn't going to matter under there because it's under the flap. Yeah, and also along the front, I'm going to retain the sticker, but right on the front lip. So I'll do something, you can't see brilliantly there, but I'll do something just underneath that sort of line there. So I've got some better wheels put on. The wheels are a little bit worn, but I don't think really the mower's had a great deal of use, even though it must be an 80s mower. It's, you know, it doesn't look really heavily worn like some I've seen. So what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to turn the whole mower around. I'm going to get the grinder out. I'm going to grind the other side off. I had already painted the other side, did a sort of a quick job on it, and I wasn't happy. I will show you that before I grind it off. But yeah, I want to just get it so it's like this, and the front as well. There's the view from the other side. I'm just about to grind that. If you can see that, you can see where I painted in before. Some people say that's okay and it's smartened up okay, but I would like to get a bit better than that. So what I should do is probably try and grind to get that out there. Actually, I've got to get them bolts out there in a minute so they don't fall through. And yeah, I'll retain that sticker. To be honest, it's not too bad around there, so I'll probably just grind below that. There's some odd little bits there as well, so yeah, I'll just get the grinder out and get that done. As you can see how I'm doing it, some might say it's a harsh way of doing it, and in a way it is, but that's the disc I'm using. It's quite worn now, but I needed to do quickness. You will see when the mower's done, it will look pretty good. So it'll look better than flaky bits on there. So I'll just get on with the rest of it and get it, all the bits I need to do, and then I can get on with getting some undercoat on it. So like I said before, this is by no means the best way to do it, but I want it done quick. It took me about 10 minutes to get that lot off. I have got lots of little divot bits, but they will be hidden under the paint. I'm quite sure that will be the case. The odd little mark isn't going to matter. It's better than all the corrosion stuff that you sort of get underneath. If I pick a bit of that off, where are we? just goes like white and I can't really show you there, so like white and powdery. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just mask that up and then bits, and then I'm going to go over it with some edge primer. I'll leave the heater on at the moment as well, even though I haven't put it on yet. I'll put use some of the edge primer on that, and then I'll probably concentrate on just along the front. Hi again, I'm working on this Hayter Harrier at the moment. I showed you a little bit of it the other day. The other side is actually now painted. This is the first side I did, but actually I got onto the other side, I did what I had to do, and it's actually been painted. So what I've come to do now is, this has got a few little slight divots from the grinder. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of filler, not much, just a little bit, just to smooth them out. But to be honest, you can just see them there. Probably going overkill on this mower, but I just wanted to look smart. I'm half tempted now as well, because the green I'm using is slightly darker. I'm half tempted to mask that up, spray right around that bit and the front. Problem is with the front is the stickers. I didn't particularly want to do away with the stickers on the front, and I can't seem to find where I can buy the older type sticker, which is a little bit of a pain, because I'd like to have retained that. The side sticker on the other side I mentioned is actually on here at the moment, so that can be put back on the other side. But at the moment all I'm going to do is, yeah, just put a bit of filler in there. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to just address these few divots with this stuff. I've got stuff everywhere in here at the moment. I use this for that, just some fine filler called Dolphin Glaze. Sounds easy. Yeah, it's just not a bad filler. I use for sort of fine filler work. Well, used on my camper, which still is an ongoing project, but we'll get there in the end, hopefully. I've got the filler on now. I'm just waiting for that to dry because it's not that warm tonight. I'll leave that till tomorrow to sand down. I think I've covered most of it. It's not too bad along there, so I just left that. That won't take long, probably 20 odd minutes to sand down. And while I was sitting in here, I'll show you this better tomorrow, but I've done the handle. The handle's all flaky paint at the bottom. I've still got that part to do, the main part of the handle, but at least I can, when the paintwork's done, I can get this bit back on the mower. That bit can be sort of done right at the end. So yeah, hopefully I can get this sorted pretty soon, this mower. It's bugging me a little bit. I just want to get this one done, tucked away, covered up. I don't know whether I did I think I did a new recoil on this, I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to just get this tucked away and ready for spring to sell in spring. I won't be in a hurry to sell it. It'll get what's worth around that time. I find nowadays with mowers, you've got to really pick your moment to sell them, because there's so much competition with Facebook and eBay and that. It didn't used to be so bad 3 or 4 years ago, but now there's loads of people selling them. So I generally only fix sort of better make ones now, or if I do a lower end one, I usually put a Honda engine in. Just gives you that extra sort of selling point having a Honda on, because everybody, even if they don't know about mowers, they sort of do go towards the Honda engines. But yeah, this engine's a cracking engine actually though, and it ran great, so I don't think I'm going to have to do hardly anything to this, just a service. Can't even remember whether I did it. It might not even have oil in at the moment, so I better check that. I don't think the blade's on it either. No, I think I sharpened the blade, but it ain't on it. I have got a new blade. I'm half tempted to put a brand new blade on. I'll see. Either way, it doesn't matter. It'll be okay. I think the only problem I actually had was a slight squeak from the roller, and just a bit of WD-40 up in there, and that was fine. So that was about the only issue it had really. The belt looks really good condition. I don't think it's done a lot of work, but these, like I said, are notorious for the paint flake and bubbling up like it has done there a little bit. I'll grind that in the morning and put a bit of filler on that after I've sanded that down. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here at the moment, and I think I'm going to leave this part as a part 1 of this Hayter, and then you'll see where I'm moving on to in part 2 and finish it. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I'm going to go in now anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be along with another video again soon.